Denver City Council is nearing a vote on a $70 million funding deal to buy the Santa Fe Yards lot in the Baker neighborhood, with a vision of turning it into the home of Denver's new women's soccer franchise over the next 3 years. We toured that area with Carrie McKevich, head of the Urban and Regional Planning Department at CU Denver, to talk about the needs of the community around that site.
I think we need to have a big vision that this is a catalyst to revitalize a lot of the missing infrastructure in this area.
What are your first impressions walking around here?
It's really loud, as I expected. It's a little smaller than I expected, and it's very auto-oriented, of course. So it's a lot of hardened infrastructure is one way to describe it. The freeway, the arterial, the heavy rail, and then the light rail. I can't help but think about our respiratory health. There's a lot of pollution in the air from all of these cars. It's not easy to get to, and with the volumes of people they're expecting to use this, we would want to make sure that it's highly accessible by all modes, preferably not by more cars. So by bike, by walking, by different forms of transit. And so looking at the renderings, I did not see where their parking garage is, but I imagine for their financing, they're going to be required to provide a large parking garage. But once you build it too, and if you build an access point to that garage that is easy, most people will continue to drive. Now, there's a pattern in public-private developments. A lot of times they lead with the revenue generator so that they have income to then pay for other things. And the things get into a priority list of which things will enable the revenue generation to start, like the soccer ticket sales. And then later on, things like sidewalks and the pedestrian bridge and full bike paths. Those usually come a lot later after the revenue has paid off the big costs, like the soccer stadium. You know, Denver used to see themselves as a cow town, as a third-tier city, and they just had to take whatever development they could get. And we didn't always negotiate in favor of the public benefit and the residents, and that if we wanted the stadiums, we had to do it the way the stadium entity would pay for it. And I don't think we're in that position. I don't think a city should ever forego the public good when public dollars are at hand, and this is supposed to be a public space.
City Council is scheduled to vote on the public funding agreement for the stadium next month. As proposed, it would include about $20 million in funding for infrastructure around the stadium.